Go Gators. Now,
I have it
I
on.
repeat,
I have it on
go
film now. I have
Gators.
evidence, James. I can hold this against you forever. Didn't think
But
this
no,
through
we
very
are
well, did
back.
you?
I thought this through exactly well. I did exactly what I wanted to do.
Okay.
Who's playing into who's my game?
Sure.
Hey, I'm the one wearing the Florida Gator.
What did you say?
I'm the one wearing the Florida Gator.
True. Very true.
Oh, and
So,
congratulations to the Georgia Bulldogs, my Georgia Bulldogs, on winning the the SEC championship. My bad. Let's go for that national.
all
And
right, now that
congratulations, Florida Gators, for beating whoever they beat.
wow.
33-8.
I guess now that everybody is very confused about who James likes in football, let's continue. And so James, what should I do? Let's say I have pretty much two options or three options. I guess I could hit confirm right now when they're far apart. I can hit confirm when they're actually close together and they're little hearts, or somewhere in the middle. What do you think I should do? Should we be a rebel and just hit confirm right now? Or should we actually follow instructions? What?
Yeah.
Be rebel?
Yeah.
Okay. Until number 5 becomes a number 9. Wow. Okay. Adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider. We'll leave it in the middle. James, how do I answer this? Is the time that it is right now the correct time? I'm going to say no.
Yep. No.
What is time anyway? Yes or no?
Just yes.
So anything about yourself that you haven't told me? No. Help.
Patrick is a Florida Gator fan.
James, help, yes or no?
Yes.
Will you come back to visit me? No. What was the point of that? Moving on. It didn't even have me put the time in this time. Okay. There we go.
This game seems to start off differently every time.
Yeah, it does.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, apparently I may have done a little bit of cheating and read a little bit. Apparently there are like 5 monitors that need to be pressed. And apparently there's a way to get through a window somewhere. But not through the new content, but we decided we're going to wait on that.
Yeah, we're going to wait on it.
Yeah, we're going to try to Oh, come on, where's this window I can get through? The plants? No.
Maybe
Pick up the plant and throw it through the window.
No, I can't pick stuff up.
They made whoever made this game made it very confusing.
Sure. Yeah, that's kind of part of the point, though. Yeah, I don't know. I may need to. That door doesn't have a. The door does not have a.
Stanley went around touching
Umbrella.
every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
The door did not have a number on it. And I can't seem to get back in. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to figure this out later. I
Yeah.
don't want to waste too much time. Gotta be a way to get in there.
Well, I got an idea.
What's your idea?
If you can get on top of the filing cabinets.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I can't. Of course, I can't jump. I don't think there's an item I can drag or anything. Huh. Whoa! Well, I can get up here. That's good, I suppose. Now what?
Launch yourself at the window.
Can't jump.
Ah,
I can't jump.
wait a minute. Go back through that door.
Through this door?
Mhm.
Go that way.
What?
Go the other way.
Oh, the other way.
Stop a minute. Stop a minute.
I've
Go
stopped.
back. Back.
This way?
You see that right there?
Where?
Go over to the window. You see that?
Yeah?
Go back the way you came, through this door, through that door right there, and then go that way.
What are you talking about? There's no way to get
Oh,
over
I'm
there.
picking it
There's no way to
up
get over there.
through there.
Unless we can get through that window somehow, there's no way to... Oh! Hey, look, I can get up here. Hey! Whoa! Oh, this is it.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Are we sick of the gag yet, James?
No.
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is Rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected Continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
I said we sit in this spot forever and ever.
What now?
I said we sit here forever and ever. You agree? I'm gonna restart the game. Alright,
Yeah.
Now let's
All of his co-workers
let's
had
hit yes.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
How did I
We'll
do
go
it?
back.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Ah. Ah.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he
so
heard
much
this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the
not boring
nature
at all,
of
is it,
video
James?
game structure and its
think that's
examination
kind of
of
the point.
structural
I know.
narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
No, don't
Why
think
don't
so.
we take a minute just to drink it all in?
Not really.
This is kind of boring.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly.
Okay.
But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function.
Ouch.
Which is why he is in this parable
What?
and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. Yes. You too will become quite unbearable.
Wow. Does it just continue? Forever?
What ending? Watch this be an ending of some kind.
It's just an ending. It's a weird ending. So, should we wait till the music stops or should we go ahead and call it?
do what?
Should we wait till the music stops or should we go ahead and stop?
Go ahead and stop what?
Let me go ahead and restart.
Let's wait till the music stops. That's when we get the ending.
Watch the music take like half an hour.
All right, look up how long this ending is. Do it later.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay. So, there we go. Out of map ending is what this is called. It's getting worse.
What?
Is it done yet?
I don't know if it's done or not.
Okay, yeah, no, we're done. Okay, well, hey.
How long does it take? Does
That
it take
was-
super long?
That was something.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
How long
memo.
does that ending actually take?
I don't know, I wasn't really paying that much attention. Yeah, well, okay,
When Stanley came to a
Which way
set
should we
of
go?
2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
The opposite of way he says to go.
okay.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Definitely.
Yes,
Employee
truly a
lounge.
room worth admiring. But eager to get back to
Tested.
business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
How about we try to jump down to that catwalk over here, you know what I mean? Yeah, let's do that.
Stanley was so bad
On the
at
wall.
following directions, it's incredible he
catwalk right
wasn't
here?
5 years ago.
Yeah.
Look,
me see if I can
Stanley,
jump
I think
onto it.
perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Oh, we
I
got
realize that
that.
investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why,
Yeah.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but
so.
I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it.
Danger,
Let me
danger
prove
everywhere.
that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Good chance, well. Danger, yeah, it says danger, danger everywhere.
That's
That'd be
it.
good.
That's telling us to go through the door.
Be good thumbnail. Um, 2B1. Okay. Huh. Not weird at all, 2B3. Okay. Well, moving on. Oh,
Now listen
Okay.
carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
yeah, key card. Huh, pretty. I guess if I had a key card, I could go through there. I wonder if I missed a key card somewhere back there. Can I go back? No. Alright, red or blue, James?
Blue door.
Alright,
Blue.
Aha,
Agreed.
perhaps you misunderstood.
what?
Stanley walked through the red door.
No.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue door.
No.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yeah.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
Skill trees.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option.
Whoa.
This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
James, what should we do? I
We
kinda
take
wanna
the
go through
third option.
I kind of want to go through the left door just to see what if his brain explodes. Or should we go ahead and go through the third door? What do you think?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because we're probably not going to get it back.
We can always come back here.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
1 to 5, James. What you think?
Give him a 1.
This is gonna be interesting.
A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Wow. Worldwide leaderboard.
Wow.
That's hilarious.
This ain't an actual thing, is it?
One of the worst 3% chose blue door.
Nice.
Objective rate, wow, 9,328 out of 9,328. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Friends list empty, oh my goodness.
Wow. Okay, then.
Alright, where should we go now? This is
Go through the door you wanted to go through.
the left door.
Now,
Oh.
would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Give him a 2.
Hey, I nearly
Oh,
forgot. I've got a
sorry.
prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely
He
opportunity
says
to give it some
respond.
play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
What?
So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make
What?
sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
What? James? I say we let the baby burn. Do you agree?
What?
I say we let the baby burn.
I hate to agree, but it's the only way we get out of here.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over.
But
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
alrighty then.
I think the narrative is losing.
I think so too. But let's not question anything. This level's a little, huh?
Oh no. No, it can't be.
That can't be.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly, block it off.
Oh no.
Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Insurmountable walls.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing. Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind.
Rocket League.
Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Okay.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Okay. I need to sprint now? Okay then, well. Thank you, game, for letting me sprint.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes! Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls!
Oh dear. Don't tell me I have to get all these into things. If so, that's gonna take me a small eternity.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real video game?
I guess.
Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what?
You know, I've
It's
never
over.
actually played Rocket
That's
League.
right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's
need
what I
somebody
am.
like you.
I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to
Is there
play
a
with you
sense of
either.
turning
So
you off?
goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not
See ya.
allowed to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
I thought you were leaving. Get lost. Thank you. Huh.
Me and this narrator would not get along very well.
No. So, what do I do now? I wonder what happens if I fell down here.
Hold on. What are you doing?
Whoa.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Well, I can't see anything over here. Is that... Oh, come on. Oh.
What?
I thought this was going to be, what's a
The key card.
Half-Life game. Whatever. I guess we go through the ominous rodeo. What?
I'm sitting here eating jelly beans.
Oh, okay. I was wondering why you suddenly randomly becoming difficult to understand.
Yes.
So we're in a sketchy hotel.
No, it's fine. Everything's fine. It doesn't look like heinous crime being committed in this hotel. It's
Yeah,
fine. It's lovely, actually.
That's
yeah.
great.
This is completely normal. That's normal. So 423, 424. Okay. Not gonna question that. Okay, we click on these doors. 425, 26, 427. And it's way too pixelated for me to really make out where it is. And I can't click on it. Nothing happens when I click on it. Seriously? Nothing? Oh, that's weird. It's a security system. Like on cameras. So. Okay.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it, down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Get up, shouldn't
Alrighty then.
Was that an ending?
Yeah.
Okay.
You wanna go to the blue door and see what happens?
All of his co-workers were
Yes.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
If the blue door is still there.
I'm sure.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Oh,
Look,
hey.
let me prove it.
What?
Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a
Why not?
chance. Now listen carefully, this is
We
important.
went through the blue door.
Stanley walked through the red door.
What's that?
Didn't we go through the blue door?
Yeah, we went to we went to the blue. Let's go to the red door.
Okay.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us
Oh.
always trying to get somewhere that isn't here.
Next
Running
time, let's
and
go
running and running,
downstairs.
just the way you're
Get
doing right
upstairs
now.
to his boss's
Don't you
office.
see that it's killing us,
Okay.
Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
You just do a solution or walk around in circles? Oh. James, I can either go through the door you opened or this door.
The door he opened, I guess.
I think they might be the same. I don't want to go through this one.
Probably.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Okay.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right
We're
here,
in outer space
right
now.
in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think
The
I
walkway.
feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Okay.
Oh, God. That's a little too many jelly beans.
Too many jelly beans. Well, I guess we can either stay here, or we can go down the walkway.
On the walkway.
Okay.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
What happens if I go back?
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here. No! What did we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here. You heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you? Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
What are you doing?
We'll walk back and see what it says.
I wonder if standing there is empty.
Probably.
You are going to stay here, aren't you?
Nope. Must progress.
He's not saying anything this time.
Yeah, I think we exhausted his dialogue.
Finally got the meaning.
Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me... No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
This is so sad.
Because we want you to suffer.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about. I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
What ending is this?
I don't know.
No, Perhaps not.
The whole walking slowly now. Her legs are broken.
We need to go up more stairs.
My God.
Yeah.
Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Poor narrator.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Okay, this is the most depressing ending.
Yes. Repeatedly jumping from a stairwell. Stanley Parable is not made for kids.
Nope. No, man.
Noted.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Alright, now let's go and do
Just
the
a step
stairs.
through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
Oh, it's different now.
Wow.
Yeah, that's weird.
I think we're slowly driving the,
When Stanley came to a set
narrator
of two
insane.
open doors,
Yeah,
he entered the
probably.
door on his left.
Oh yeah, we said we'd ended the
Yet there
bin
was not a
closet.
single person here either.
yes.
Feeling a wave
Nice.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
yeah.
Hoping he might
no,
find
yeah.
it coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh. What's that? It's like a note, like a school note. Okay, I'm not reading all that. But that's a funny little Easter egg.
But
Why is there a
Stanley
car?
just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
What?
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Is that what
And
Stanley
she would
looks
soon
like?
turn to go call for an ambulance. For just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Okay.
What
All
ending
of
was
his
that?
coworkers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't know. Let's do the broom closet because it's getting kind of late.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Well, let's see how long I have to stand here.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused. You do realize
This is
there's
a
no
button.
choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Maybe we can find a broom to shove in your yap.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branch
I'm
of
sorry, I
growth.
would not get along
Maybe
very
when
well
you
with
go
this
talk about
narrative.
this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
I hope your friends find this concerning. Is this concerning, James?
Stanley was fat and ugly and really stupid.
Sure.
He probably only got the job
Wow.
because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Okay.
Okay then.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Great.
How long till he gives us this ending?
I think we just did. I think we can, if we move now, we get more dialogue.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
I wonder.
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
You too.
Well, at least he had more dialogue when we stepped back in the broom closet.
Okay, it looks like we're done now. Anyways, we should do the outro. It's getting kind of late.
So, guys, that was a couple of more endings
To this game.
Yep.
Go dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Sure.
you say a word. Okay.
Anyway,
Go dogs. Congratulations, Gators, for beating whoever you beat. So I guess go Gators in that regard. But most importantly, go dogs. Let's beat Notre Dame. But this has been the Stanley Parable.
we debated whether we should
Do this ending. It should wait till the very end of the
thing.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be back with more of this.
So, what's your thoughts on it so far?
It's a game.
Obviously.
It's interesting.
Some of these endings seem like they're going to be a pain to get.
Yeah.
Like the out the window ending.
Or did we get that one?
Yeah, we did. Oh, we're up
How
there.
do we double check whether we actually?
We got these endings.
Well, I can kind of do it by memory. I can look at the list.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I guess
This is going to be a small series on our channel. Our series for right now, since
I'm not able to.
go in person, and
Play the games. We're kind of doing,
I'm doing this through Discord.
Yeah.
So is he.
but it'll be posted.
To his YouTube. Check it out.
This has been the Stanley Parable. Like, comment, and sub.
Subscribe to his channel.
Oh,
Stay posted for content.
I'm gonna go.
This is James from Fourth Wall Reviews.
Patrick Shadow on the Patrick Shadow channel.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to bed.
All right,
Oh, man.
and he